Hi guys! Again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Sir JB and this is the English gear. So for today we have again another tutorial, but before that I want to congratulate first our YouTube channel, the English gear, because it has already reached 500 subscribers. So what are you waiting for? If you are not yet on the list, click the subscribe button below. And for this tutorial, I will be teaching you on how to use Nearpod. So we all know that Nearpod is an interactive software that we can use in our online classes. So let's check what can Nearpod offer to teachers. We will be having a tutorial about Nearpod. So Nearpod is an instructional software that engages students with interactive learning experiences. And with Nearpod also, students have the ability to participate in lessons that contain virtual reality, 3D object simulations, and so much more. So interactive software features empower student voice through activities like open-ended questions, polls, quizzes, collaborative boards, and more. So the first thing that we need to go is we need to log in to nearpod.com. So we need to go to the website nearpod.com. So after going to the website, this one will give you. So it has students join a lesson where the students can enter the code. And for the teachers, there's actually a sign up for free or log in. Then for the administrators, of course, if you want to purchase the premium account for your teachers, then you may also using this administrators button here. And for my case, since I have my account in Nearpod, so I will be clicking the login. After the login, you will now be going to this area. Okay, so for the students, they will just enter the code and they will just click on join. For the teachers, they can log in with Google or they can log in with their Microsoft Office 365. Or if they have already a registered account, then they can just input their email account and the password. So for my case, I'll be logging in with my official Google account. So there. So this one will be the preface of the Nearpod account. So as you can see, you have the library button here. So for the library button, it will give you all the lessons that you have created in Nearpod. Just like mine, I have my Nearpod lesson here. Then I have my first lesson. Then you can also create additional lessons for it. Then you have a join a lesson. If it's a student account, you can have the enter code. Then you have the Nearpod library. Okay, so for the Nearpod library, then you can see all the featured uh, topics here. Then you can also click on which site. Okay, or you can also click the free and the paid. So if you click on the free, then it will give you all the free lessons that you can get in Nearpod. Okay? So that is for the Nearpod library. Now let's go back. So another thing is the report. If you click on the reports, then it will give you all the reports about the lessons that you have created where the students have given their answers. So just click on the reports. Then, of course, for the teacher's resources, if you click on that, then it will bring you to this site where you can attend live webinar. You can have instructional lessons here. Okay, so these are the things that you can see in Nearpod teacher resources. Then, okay, I think those are the things that you can see in the teacher resources. And let's move on now to this area. So here you have your account. So you can upgrade your account. You have the lesson setting, the notification preferences, the frequently asked question, and of course the logout button. Then here, if you wanted to ask a question about Nearpod, then you can just click on this one. And okay, so let's just now, how are we going to create a lesson in Nearpod? Okay, so if you click on the My Library, so you have here, create your own lesson in Nearpod or lesson in Google Slide. Now, what's the difference between lesson in Nearpod and lesson in Google Slide? So when you click on the lesson in Nearpod, it's just the same with the slide. However, this one will just be you will just be creating your lesson here in the Nearpod. But if you click on the Nearpod in Google Slide, then you will go to the Google Slide website. Okay. Now, if you have clicked the Nearpod lesson, then you can change the title of the lesson. You can add slide. You can delete slide if you have added one. Control C for copy, paste, and convert to drawing. Then you can also drop and upload your file. Now, if you click on add slide, automatically it will give you all of this choices. So there are many choices that we can choose from in the Nearpod. So we can provide a video. If you click on the video, then you can just search in the YouTube safe search. Remember, it's YouTube safe search because we don't like our students to just be or the teachers to just be going to YouTube website. Then you can also upload your drive, your Dropbox, or your cloud. Okay, you can just get all of the files there. Next, if you click on the slide, so then it will give you this one, the slide, the theme. So you can just choose the theme for your slide. So as you can see here, there are several themes. You can add the text, the video, the image, the GIF, upload files, the background, the layout, audio, preview, cancel, save, and exit. So you have different things that you can see in the slide. Okay. So another, so maybe we can just delete this one first because we try to focus on the slide first. Then web content, okay. For the web content, if you have the URL, then you can just put it here, then save. Another is we have a Nearpod 3D. So this one is very interactive for the kids because if your topic is all about ancient times, environment, human body, microscopic, amazing places and things, then you can just click on a particular 3D. Then if you click on that one, if the students preview it, okay, let's have a preview. If the students have previewed, they can actually zoom in and zoom out the pictures, the 3D, they can return it around. So very interactive because the students can have their own screen, so they can zoom in, zoom out, they can revolve it to anywhere they want. Okay. Then if you wanted to have galaxy, the places, you can also have the ancient times. You can see the dinosaurs, the Colosseum, the different Greek areas like the Parthenon. Okay, so let's. Oh, sorry. So if you click on the Parthenon, oh, you can just delete it first. If you click on the 3D again, so you can see the three-dimensional features of these things. Okay. Next is we can also have the simulations. If you click on that one, the PhET, interactive simulations, so you can actually pick math, elementary school, middle school, high school, elementary science, middle high school science, and high school science, wherein you can actually see a simulation. For example, you click on that one, then preview. I'm not a science major, but let's try this one. Let's see how does this particular one work. So if you click on the PhET simulations, okay, so it's a little bit taking down. So, oh, so you can just move, as you can see, if you move it, and they're also moving, right? So reset the balloon. Okay. So this one show all the charges, no charge, show charge differences, and other things. So that's how the interactive simulation work. And if since the students have their own screen, then they can do this on their own. And they can experience, they can explore. Next, we have the Nearpod field trip here. So if your class is AP or English literature, then you can just let them visit beautiful places. For example, Greece Parthenon. Uh, Amazing, right? So since I am an English teacher in our grade 10, I know that students were asked to see pictures, but this time they can actually go on a field trip, and especially, as you can see, they can just move around what they can see inside the Parthenon. So that's it. Another is we have the BBC worldwide videos. So in this environmental, health, technology, inspiring leadership and history videos, you can just click on that one, then add it on your presentation. Then Sway. Okay, so for the Sway, this one is all about here. So you have Africa, amphibians, animals. So for example, amphibians, you let's try to preview. So you will be using a Microsoft Sway there. So you can view it. You can see the description of the amphibians, the anatomy, where do they fit, and other things. So you can use that one. Then we also have slideshow for presentation. We have audio. If you have a PDF file, you can also use this one. And of course, if you want to have a live Twitter stream, but in our school, we do not do this one. Okay. And for the activities, these are the activities. You can have the time to climb, meaning you give a assessment that students have the chance going up if they have answered the question correctly. You have the open-ended questions. Of course, if you wanted them to explain their point, you can give open-ended question. Matching pairs. Okay, if you have a pairs that you wanted the students to match with each other, for example, how can they match the pronoun to a particular noun, the proper pronoun for that, so they can use the matching pairs. You can also give quiz. You can also give flip grid. Okay, so For the flip grade builder, so the teacher can insert the flip grade teacher URL and the students can see that one. Okay. Then we also have the draw it. For example, you ask the students how are they feeling right now and you wanted them to draw it, then you can do that one also. Then you have collaborate. If you would like to ask the students about uh, their opinions about the topic and you want all the students to see the answer of the students without knowing who answered it, then you can do that one also. You can also do polls if you wanted to check which one is better and which one is the correct answer, or anything that you wanted the students to pick from the choices, you can do polls. Then you can also fill in the blanks and of course memory tests. Okay, so that's how Nearpod work inside the Nearpod. Now we're going to go to lesson in Google Slide. So if you click on that one, so lesson in Google Slide, so it will bring you actually taking you to the Google Slide. Actually, there's no difference with this one. So it's similar. So if you have this one, okay. So how do we do this one? We go to the add-ons and we go to open Nearpod. So if you click on that, you can actually have here the choices I discussed a while ago. So you can have the audio, the BBC video, the collaborate, the draw it, the field trip, the fill in the blanks, and many other more. Okay. So there's no difference between Nearpod doing the lessons in the Nearpod and doing the lessons actually in the Google Slides. So maybe we can try. Okay. So let's try to have the BBC video first. Okay. So how do we do it? If we click on the BBC video, then you wanted to talk about, okay, maybe we can just click any here. This one, building tomorrow. Okay, then you can just click on done. But as teachers, of course, if you want to preview the video, you can do that one also. Now we're done with it. We're done. It's definitely the time that it will be shown to the students later. And if we want to draw it, okay, so we can just click on the draw it. Then how do you feel after watching the video? Draw your emotion. So you can also upload background, but I prefer not. Then you can also add a timer. You can add a media file, a video file, or an audio for the instruction. But I prefer the writing one because I don't have prepared audio. So for example, you have 1 minute time for the 1 minute time for the drawing. You can just save that one. Okay. So next, if we wanted to have collaborate, I cannot show this one because I need at least two students who can check on this account. But actually, I am doing a tutorial, so I don't have any students right now. So let's proceed to the 3D Nearpod. Let's just click on this one. Okay. Then we can maybe check something. Let's go to environment. Uh, Amazing places and things, or the staff pics. Then maybe we can just click on the nuclear power plant. Done. Okay, so that's the 3D Nearpod. So it's there already. As you can see, it's already given. It's already provided to you, the 3D Nearpod. Next, if we want to have, of course, these are easy, the web content and video content. Next, we have an open-ended. Like, for example, what did you learn today? So, and then we can just save it. And you can also enable students to answer this one as an audio recordings. Of course, there are some students who prefer speaking, then you can do that one to them. Next is, okay, it's already there. Let's try collaborate. Maybe field trips. Okay, let's try field trip. How does the field trip works? Okay, so maybe we can check. Okay, it's taking a lot of time because it's quite it's 9 o'clock in the evening, and I'm trying to create a tutorial so that I can help some of our teachers in preparing their online classes soon. So, okay. But I have shown you a while ago the things that you can see in the field trip. So here, maybe we can click on Santorini, Greece. Okay, so done. Okay. And for the collaborate, I want to include collaborate because I really wanted you to show you how does collaborate work. So here I have a topic. Okay, let's just wait for a few minutes. Actually, this one is a good way to use during the online classes because the students can access, if we want the students to give freedom to access our slides so that they can participate actively, then we can do that one. For example, my topic is English. Then I have a question. Uh, what is the importance of knowing the Greek literatures? Okay. Then you can actually choose which one do you like, but I prefer this one to give a school vibe to our students. Save. Okay, after you're done creating this one, we are now going to save it. You click on this one, click save and go to Nearpod. So if you click on that one, actually it will bring you back to Nearpod. Okay. So let's wait until it is saving. But for now, let's open another Nearpod so that we can show you uh, how does it work for students. Or maybe we can use an incognito for that. Okay. Okay. So we have two screen now. Now we are going to have nearpod.com. Okay. Then here, a while ago, we have saved. Now our lesson is already here, Nearpod lesson 2. So let's have a student pace. So as you can see, if you click on the student pace, then actually it will give you the code where the students are going to click or join. Okay. Then you can also view the progress. You can send it to their email, to their social link, embed Google Classroom, Remind, or to Microsoft Teams. So how will this one work? So the student will go to their website, then click on the join a session. They will now enter the code. Okay. Then click actually the code. After clicking the code, so view progress. So the teacher will now view the progress. Okay. Now, so this is the teacher's area, and this one is the teacher's screen. So the teacher screen and the student screen. So if I'm going to write my name, for example, JB, I'm going to join the session. So this one will be given to you. Welcome to Nearpod in Google Slides. So it all of your students will be registered here. Once you're done, the teacher will click the next button. If you click on that one, so it will bring you this particular slide. Also the same with the student screen. If you click on next and play this one, so for example, okay, class, kindly proceed to the next slide. So they will now see the same screen. Okay. So if they click on that one, then they will see the video. Next, after that, okay, if you click on this one, how do you feel? Okay, so this one, how do you feel after watching the video? Draw your emotions. So the students can draw, for example, yeah. So I can draw on heart, then I can draw a smiley face, and it seems that I'm very happy teacher. So after the child draw, then the child can submit. Now what will happen to the teacher if the student was able to submit? Then you can see the answer. Actually, you can present your screen to all of the students so that the students can see what are their classmates' answer. Now, if you want to show the student's name, you can do that one, but I prefer sometimes not to show the student's name. Now, let's go to the next part, which is the 3D. Okay, so as you can see, this is the 3D. The student can zoom in. The student can actually revolve this one. So if they wanted to see what's inside the nuclear power plant, then they can actually do that one. So that, and also here. So students can see what's inside this one, right? What can be seen in a particular power plant. Okay. So if the student is done, then you can click on next. Then this is the time that the student will answer an open-ended question. What did you learn today? Uh, I learned the importance of science and technology in the life of people. Then the student can submit. Then as the student submit their answer, and the teacher can see what the student answered actually. And all of the answers of the students can be seen in this one. Okay, now let's proceed to the virtual world. Okay, so as you can see, the students can have a glimpse on the virtual reality. Okay, then you can just ask them a question. What did you see in the field trip? How was it? How was the feeling going to a different country? Okay. Then if you click on next, this one is now the collaboration board. Okay, so the teacher has not enabled to collaborate because I only have one student actually. So as we all know, collaboration needs to be done in group. So, but actually, the student can just write their notes here, then they can just submit it. Then after that, you can show your screen. The teacher can show the screen to the students about what the other students have said regarding the video or regarding that topic. So as simple as that. Then if you want, if done, so the students will now close, then the teacher will go back to this part. Then the teacher can actually go back to the result. So if you go back to the Nearpod and you click on the reports and you click on the Nearpod lesson 2, so you can see the time is 9:17 p.m. Then click on that one, then you can see all of the informations that you needed about how or anything about the answers of the students for today. Then you can download it or you can just share it to the other teachers if you want. So that's how you do Nearpod. I hope this video tutorial can help the teachers in making their lessons more interactive, more engaging to the students because it's very important to have an engagement activity, an engaging atmosphere environment for the students, especially during this time that they are doing it in an online environment. So I think that's it. So don't forget to log out your account. Thank you.
So there you have it. I hope I added another software that you can use for your online classes for the new normal in the education system. Again, this is me, Sir JB. See you again for the next tutorial.